purpose of this instructional video is to get you familiar with some of the basic functions of Blackboard Collaborate. Once you have joined the room, you should see a screen similar to this. So what I will do is just go through some of the features within Blackboard Collaborate that you as students will be using the most. I'll start off first with right here these four options, and the first one being My Status. On the My Status option, if you select it, you'll notice you have different options to use. This will be great if you have to step away. For instance, if the instructor puts you on break, or if you have to step away for any reason, all you'll have to do is click on Away. Once you click Away, the icon will show up that everybody else can see, the students and the instructors, that will show that you are away. And then once you come back, for instance, if I click Away, it will show you this, and everybody else will as well be notified. Once you come back, all you have to do is select I'm back, and that will let the instructor and the students know that you have returned. Some other options are leaving the session totally. So when you're done with the session and the instructor releases you, all you have to do is select Leave Session, and that will remove the session. This other indicator right here just shows your experience on the internet, and if it's all green, it should show your experience is excellent. This can come in handy if you lose connectivity, or if there's some degradation of some of the things you're doing. This might be one of the reasons, so it's not a bad idea to sometimes check that, just to let you know what your experience level is on the network. Some other options you have, these aren't really used probably much in class, other than maybe faster or slower. Maybe if the instructor is going too fast, you can ask the instructor to slow down or speed up, or agree, disagree if there are any questions that the instructor may have. The other options are the mic, and these are pretty much self-explanatory. If you want your mic on, you just share your mic. I recommend you keep this off unless you are actively participating, because a lot of times the instructors and the other students will hear a lot of background noise. So it's best to keep this off unless there's a specific purpose for you having it on and you're trying to interject or have a question or want to say something during the synchronous session. The other option is video, works the same way. All you have to do is click it, and then it will share the video if your mic and video options are fully functioning. The other option is raise hand, and all this does is let the instructor know that you have raised your hand. If they're not really paying attention to the chat box, which we'll see here shortly, it's just a quick indicator letting the instructor know that you have a question, and then they can stop what they're doing and kind of ask you what your question is. That kind of covers some of the basic functions as far as My Status, your mic, and your video. Now, staying on the subject of the mic with the communication and your ability to hear what's going on in Blackboard. If for any reason you do not have any audio, whether it's you don't have speakers or your headset, another option, if you go here to the upper left hand corner and open session menu, and yours probably will look a little different than mine because I am in the moderator function, but you will have this dial-in number option. And you have to click on that, and it will show you a dial-in number and give you a unique PIN. And you could use that in case you lose audio or the ability to use your microphone. And essentially what it does, it dials you into the session using your cell phone, and you can communicate the same way. You can hear what the instructor is saying, and you can also talk and like you normally would with the mic option. So I always like to point that out, just in case there are some technical difficulties. You have another option if you need it. So next we will move over, let me actually undo that, move over to the Collaborate panel. And to open up the Collaborate panel, if it's not already open, just to click on that and it will extend and you'll see Collaborate panel. So over some of these functions. The first one is the chat function, so bubble. And this works pretty standard like any chat option. What you can do, you can just click in here and type. If the instructor has a question or if you want to say something, you just type in there, hit enter, and it will show up. Another feature are these emojis if you want to use them, and there's a lot of them, and you can click on that, and you can look through all the different emojis, or you can select a type. For instance, it has animals and nature, food and drink, activities, or you can even search for one. For instance, if I just type the word horse in there, some horses pop up if I'm looking for a quick search for a specific type of emoji. So that's just the chat feature works pretty like any IM type of um, communication device. Next are the attendees, and there's only one in here because I'm the only one in the room. However, when you open up this feature, you'll see there should be a list of all the moderators and all the students, the attendees as they're called in the class. And this just allows you to see who's in the class. And you can also communicate with them privately if you need to. On this little circle with the three buttons, if you were to click on that, like I said, mine's different because I'm the one in the room. If you click on that, it will allow you to send a message only to that person. So that's how that features work. So if you have to talk to one of the moderators, the instructor, send them a private message, you can use that using this attendee control feature. One more thing, a few more things we're going to look at are share content. What share content allows you to do is literally do that, share content. And for your purposes as students, I'll just concentrate on the share application screen and share files. The share application screen is just that. It allows you to share your screen. Now for this, you have to have, the instructor has to give you the rights to do this, and the only time you'll usually be using this is when you're either in your breakout groups or when you're doing a presentation and we need to see what you're doing. And to use the share application screen, you just click on it, and I just happen to have two screens up because I have two monitors, and all you would do is select the screen you want to share. And if there's audio, for instance, if you're showing a video of some type, or if there's some type of audio within what you're showing, just make sure you click the share audio button, and then all you'll have to do is select share, and then it will show up, and the instructor and all the other students will be able to see your screen if you need to do that. Another feature you'll probably be using is share files. And with share files, what it allows you to do is upload documents. Now it is limited. You can upload PowerPoints or PDF files, or you can also select pictures like JPEG pictures will upload just fine. And it's really easy to do. All you have to do is locate the file on your computer or your device and just literally drag it into the add files box and wait for it to process. And then once it does, it will show up in the file section as you see here, and I already have two in there. And in order to share it, all you have to do is click on it, select share now, and it will appear. And then when you're done, all you have to do is stop sharing. It will take you back to the original screen, whatever screen that was. So this feature is pretty easy to use. Just drag it in, select it, and then share it as you need it and stop as needed. So I will go back. And the only other thing we still need to cover, again, this is just a real basic familiarization, just to get you started with some of the basics so that you can communicate within your Collaborate sessions. The other one I will look at is settings. And for this one, all I'm going to concentrate on, and notice that you can collapse these menus. What only one I'm really going to concentrate on for your purposes is this audio and video setting, and I'll probably look at the notifications as well. And once again, If you are having issues with your mic or your camera, there's an option where it says set up your camera and microphone. It will kind of go through the process of getting you set up with your microphone and camera. And while I'm speaking on that, definitely when you're using Blackboard Collaborate, use Chrome. Chrome is the best browser to use. If you go Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge, it generally doesn't work very well with Blackboard Collaborate. It's kind of hit and miss, but for your purposes, I would strongly recommend just use Chrome. It works best in Chrome. And once again, you have the dial-in option available, and you can adjust your speakers. And then in the notifications, all the notifications really is what you want to hear when people come in and out. Just kind of adjust the notifications, and if you don't want to hear um, sounds and dings, you can just unclick everything, and then if it becomes a distractor, you can use that. Okay, I think I've covered everything. Again, this is just to get you started in Blackboard Collaborate, and I have done that. So once again, just look over this video, get yourself familiar, so when you join the session for the first time, you'll kind of understand how to use Collaborate.